welcome. He is Webb. I am Scott, and let's talk Holy War because it means so much. Bishop England says it straight up. It's about revenge this year after Porter-Gaud beat him by 20 last year.
But with the way Bishop England is absolutely dismantling teams this year, coming off an absolute domination over Dreer, the Bishops may just be the favorites in this one.
No question about it. So let's head out to Porter-Gaud Singleton Field. First quarter, it is Bishop England's Quinn Mahoney throwing. Bounces off one receiver into the hands of William Donato. That's a touchdown for the Bishops. Now, 14-3 Bishop England. Porter-Gaud strikes back. Scott Tibbles to Wilson Yarborough. What a beautiful touchdown snag. Second half now, 14-13. Bishop England lead. They add to it. Quinn Mahoney to Zachary Baylog. That's a score in the corner of the end zone. And then more Bishop England, this time on the ground. Brody Tonin rushes it in, does a little shuffle. It's a 2-score lead. But don't count out Porter-Gaud because they go to the air in a big way. Tibbles to Amir Chisholm, 58 yards to the house. 1-score game, but the icer, it comes from Bishop England. What a play from Brody Tonin. He's brought in and just trucks a guy. Trucks him, and he's gone for 64 yards. How about that for a Holy War? Bishop England stays perfect, 40-23 the final.
This group behind me, unbelievable group of young men. I'm so proud, not only for these guys, I'm proud for our community, I'm proud for our administration. This is a huge win. This is a program win. We wanted this, all right, and I'm so proud of these guys behind us. They worked their tails off all summer, and the sky's the limit for this team.
You're leaving here at 4-0. What does that mean for you?
Hey, we got to go 1-0 next week. Back on the grindstone on Monday. We're going to be ready to work. That's how we do it. We're blue-collar environment around here.
All right, Oceanside has showed time and time again they can play with anyone. Last week on TV, one of the ultimate program wins over 5A Ashley Ridge, but that's just a 5A appetizer for the ultimate, the undisputed class of the state of South Carolina. Dutch Fork, who beat them 51-0 last year, but you got to play the game, and they do just that. Dutch Fork strikes first. Jackson Knott to Stone Furry. That is a first down for the Silver Foxes. Leads to this touchdown right here. Quentin Wilson up the gut for the score. It's 6-0 Dutch Fork, but back comes Oceanside. Aiden Manavian airs it out to Anthony Williams, reels it in, and he is out at the 5. Jackson Summy then kicks this field goal, and someone gets a hand on it, still goes through. It's a 6-3 ball game. Fourth quarter now, and how about this? Oceanside's not going anywhere. Aiden Manavian, 32 yards to Anthony Williams on the hitch and go, and Oceanside has a 24-20 lead. Comes down to this. Dutch Fork 4th and goal for the game, but Cole Gaspar steps in and intercepts it. Maybe the stunner of the year. Oceanside wins the revenge game a year later against Dutch Fork. 24-20 is the final, and Brent LaPrade, head coach of the Land Sharks, joining us right now on FaceTime from a loud bus. Dude, you just beat Dutch Fork. What was that like?
A great game. These kids played their butts off. They're beat to pieces from this 5-game schedule, but they played hard, and they're a fun group to watch, man. It's unreal.
Do you believe you just did that? I mean, is it stunning to you or not?
We thought we were going to win all week. You know, we kind of didn't play good week 1, week 2, but we kind of felt like these kids were going to have a shot to win at the end, and they'll come through if you give them a shot.
Hey, congratulations, man. You just beat the #1 team in 5A football in the state. Congrats.
Thank you.
All right, see ya.
Wow, well, not sure how to follow that one. How about Somerville at 0-4 Chapin? So you figure this one might get ugly. Green Wave leads 15-0. However, the Eagles at the 10-yard line, quarterback Drew Greer takes the ball himself around the corner, gets tripped and falls into the end zone, and suddenly it's 15-7. Maybe not so ugly, but then Somerville responds. Max Stafford throwing deep to Jalen Pounds. He dodges a block, and he's still in bounds. Keeps going, brought down at the 19. The Green Wave keeps it up. Stafford gives it to Javen Williams. He practically walks into the end zone. Somerville now up 22-7. The Green Wave dominates the Eagles. The final in that one is they take down Chapin 50-14. Well, let's head over to Stratford, and the cheerleaders in the student section ready for some action. And action is what they got. Stratford's Malik McGowan, what a season he's having. 4 yards out for the score to make it 7-0, and then it's Stratford's Jakin Davis. He's going to scramble for 15 yards, and he would eventually find pay dirt just like that. 14-0 Stratford, and the student section is loving it. However, after a big stop and a couple of flags, here comes the 40-yard field goal to put Stratford up 17-0, and it's all Stratford from there as they win it 51-0.
Offensively, oh, that's you.
Oh, that's me.
That's you.
Hi, how you doing? Offensively on TV last week, Ashley Ridge put on a masterclass. Unfortunately for them, defensively not the same. A week to shore things up before a trip up the coast to play in Myrtle Beach at Carolina Forest. Went on all cylinders with Trevor Kalish and Ryan Campbell running the show. The Swamp Foxes are really, really good. Panthers and Swamp Foxes meet for the coin toss. Panthers would take over with goal to go. Long's pass is intercepted by Julian Whitfield. He has the whole field in front of him. Swamp Foxes take it all the way back, 84 yards for the score. And then the Panthers, once again, more miscues from them. They squander the onside kick recovery. How do they respond? Carolina Forest near midfield. Quarterback Cam Long keeps it and finds a crease. The Swamp Foxes can't catch him. Panthers score the touchdown to tie it at 7. Then in the second quarter, Panthers with the ball again near midfield. Cam Long, he goes to the air again and finds Nick Zencone, who got behind the Swamp Fox defense, and he's going to walk in for the second touchdown. Early in the second, it's Carolina Forest 13-10, and Carolina Forest beats the Swamp Foxes tonight 40-27 is that final score.
James Island continues to just trounce teams, and how about that score tonight up in Murrells Inlet? 63-7 Trojans beat St. James. The Sharks go down on their home field, and we'll be back right after this.
This is Knights Company's Friday Night Rivals, driven by Crew Chevrolet on News 4.
Homecoming night at West Ashley, always fun when they play a rivalry game at Wando. Both teams coming out of the gate fast. Wando winning 2 straight. West Ashley an incredible OT win over May River.
The problem for both, they've each lost 2 straight since then, so something had to give tonight.
All right, so let's head over to West Ashley, and we pick it up after the half where they lead Wando 21-14. Seems like all the good highlights were in the first half, but we caught a few, including this Wando fumble right here. West Ashley takes over there, but must be some grease on that ball because on the drive they also cough it up, and Wando picks it up. Several plays later, Wando's Harris Stone, great football name, got the grease off, and he connects with Ryan John for an almost 40-yard pickup right here. Sets up a sweet QB option. Stone keeps the ball and glides in for the score. PAT is good. Tied at 21. The Warriors take it over. And how about this one? Warriors win 24-21 in overtime.
Meanwhile, Cane Bay hosting White Knoll. Big first down early for Cane Bay. Quarterback Colby LaRocca is going to find Corin Haupt for a big first down and takes it out of bounds. Same possession. It's LaRocca again running the show. Hands it off to Tyler Myers, who punches it in for the touchdown. Cane Bay would be down 3, but White Knoll would respond. Jahace McIver fires a deep pass down the field and finds Caleb Geronimi for the touchdown. Cane Bay would try to respond, but Colby LaRocca having a good game up to that point, but he is going to be picked off by White Knoll. And they're going to get some good yardage off of that pick, and that would eventually set up White Knoll once again in the red zone. And they're going to punch in the touchdown here as White Knoll pulls away over Cane Bay tonight. 34-10 is your final.
Lucy Beckham hosting Bluffton tonight. Bengals come out for the second half of this one, up 14-7, looking for more. The Bengals have found themselves a nice bruising running back in Jack LaMonica. Big first down run right here. From there, LaMonica does the honors, 21-7. Bengals on top, and then Bluffton gets it all the way back on one play after that because it's Aiden McCarthy going to swing it out to Carnell Warren, and Warren is going to go the distance right here. 2-point conversion is no good. 21-13 Beckham, and it looks like Bluffton would get another swing pass. This time it's to Tyler Wolf, but right before pay dirt, you got to watch this play coming up. It's Beckham's Sullivan Damron knocking the ball loose, and the Bengals get it on the 2-yard line. Lucy Beckham takes this game 35-20 over Bluffton.
Well, Hanahan hasn't looked great since a Week 1 win over Philip Simmons. 3 straight losses. Timberland, a very quiet 4-0 on the season. Always an elite rivalry dating back to the Art Craig school swap a few years ago. Timberland out for some revenge after falling in this one last year. Hanahan races out of the tunnel, but it would be Timberland racing down the field for the first score of the game. Antoine Faison Jr. with a big first down run. And then Malik Goodman under center. He's going to go deep, and this pass is going to be hauled in by Joe Mills deep in Hawks territory. From there, it's Mr. Faison doing the honors, putting it in from 3 yards out. Extra point no good, 6-0 Timberland. The Hawks would respond, however. Trip Gallus, great quarterback, great throw. Julian Washington for a big gain and a first down later. Gallus scoops up the low snap and puts it in the gut of Isaiah Snodgrass. He turns a potential broken play into 6. Extra point good, 7-6 Hanahan. Next possession, Gallus deep again. It's Cornell Grant. He goes up and gets it for 6 more. 14-6 Hawks, and Hanahan goes on to win this one over Timberland big. 49-20 is your final score.
Well, Branch visiting Philip Simmons. How about this guy pumping up the student section? Philip Simmons, Brady Evan causes the fumble, and that leads to DeMonte Taylor picking it up for a touchdown like that. 29-0. Philip Simmons is up, and let's just say the coaches are pumped about that one. Next, a big stop in the backfield, 4th down. Philip Simmons heading into the 2-minute drill, leading to an impressive catch, and in coverage, Ashton Kellerman pulls it down. But that's not the only catch he would grab on the night. After that, Kellerman, look at that field. What is going on there? That looks like a haunted house, like a spooky Halloween thing going on. I didn't even think it was like muggy tonight, but look at Kellerman. Oh my God. One-handed grab for the score, and How about Philip Simmons tonight? They win it easy, 46-14 is the final score.
Here we go. It is Cross and Military Magnet. Military Eagle Band prepping before the home crowd. Not the only highlight for them tonight. The Cross Trojans all night long. McKee Green with a nifty move and then powers his way into the end zone. 7-0 Cross. And then the Trojan D keeping the Eagles in check. Linebacker Jimmy Smith with the big tackle for loss. And then from there, Cross punt returner and future Gamecock Caden Ramsey. He's going to take this one to the house. It's 13-0 Trojans. Cross all over Military Magnet tonight. 51-0 is your final.
How about Burke and Ridgeland in this one? All Ridgeland down at Stony Field. Their quarterback, a long toss to Hakeem Chaney Field, and that will put them in the red zone, and that leads to a short touchdown. It's a keeper for Tayshawn Smith, and it is all Ridgeland in this game. They beat Burke, no problems at all. 70-20 is the final from Stony Field, and we'll be back right after this. Oh, we got Baptist Hill.
Hey, here we
you
go.
do Baptist Hill.
A muggy Baptist Hill, apparently. The Bobcats taking on the Mohawks of Bethune-Bowman. After 3 penalties against the Mohawks on the kickoff, we finally have a legal kick, and they probably wish it was another penalty. Bobs and weaves his way down the field for the score. 70-yard score. Missed 2-point conversion, 6-0. 2 drives later, junior quarterback Franklin desperately tries to make something out of a busted play, ends up turning the ball over to the Mohawks. Luckily for the Bobcats, they can't do anything with the opportunity. Next series sees Gordon gnaw and fight his way to 6. Did you know he was a dancer as well as a football player? Well, who knew? The Bobcats try for 2 again, and this time they succeed. 14-0 Bobcats. And then the Mohawks take over from his own end zone. Jaden Bell doesn't realize Gordon plays both sides of the ball. He's going to pick it off, and that sets up a long 25-yard run from Singleton. 2-point conversion is good, and 22-0 the Bobcats on top. Baptist Hill blanks Bethune-Bowman 52-0.
Now I'll say it. We'll be back right after this. All right, a couple of quick Skeeza highlights for you tonight. Ben Lippin visiting Northwood Academy this evening, and Kevin Johnson is a big-time quarterback for Northwood Academy, taking visits all over the place right there. Finds Aiden Hogan for a big gain and a first down. A couple of plays later, Kevin Johnson going to hand it off to Caven Ford, who takes it in for the score. Northwood all over Ben Lippin tonight, 35-8, the final score. And then down the road over to Pinewood Prep, they're playing Lawrence Manning, and how about this play right here? Javen Alexander, 75 yards to the house, and Pinewood all over LMA tonight. 50-32 is the final from Flowertown, and we'll be back for one final good night after this.
College football on Saturday. Clemson desperately needing a win, hosting Syracuse. South Carolina State, pearl of the Palmetto State so far, against South Florida. Mercer at the Citadel, CSU at William & Mary, and South Carolina also needing a big win. They are at Missouri.
All right, and finally, we want to let you know tonight that we are now going to turn to ABC programming right now. So we are going to go right now to ABC programming. That is national ABC programming. For Webb, I'm Scott. Have a great night, everybody.